Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Techie CodeBuddy. I hope you're doing extremely well and you have started your placement preparation for your Accenture exam with me from yesterday, right? If you know that yesterday I uploaded a video regarding Accenture Hiring 2026 batch because very soon Accenture will start to hire on campus and beforehand you have to prepare completely, right? So in this particular video that I uploaded yesterday, I have told you each and everything, that what is the hiring process, how many roles, what is the salary, what is the syllabus, what is the exam pattern, and how you can prepare for free. You don't need to go for any paid resource, right? I have shared everything with you. You have to watch this video only and you will get everything, right? No matter which role you are looking for CESA, for a PADA role, for ASE or AASE role for 2026 batch, in this video, everything is clearly mentioned, right? Now, today's video is the second video of our playlist Accenture Preparation 3.0 because two playlists are already available. Now, this year we are making the playlist for 2026 passing out batch. So this particular video is the second video of our series. And in this video, we will be solving the questions from cognitive ability, right? So let's start with the video now. And in this video, we will solve 30 questions, right? 30 questions from cognitive ability, where we will solve the questions from verbal ability plus logical and abstract reasoning, right? This is the part of your Accenture exam. Everything is mentioned in the last uploaded video, I would say, right? Okay. So from here, you can consider that from here, this is your preparation series. Okay. All right. So let's begin with the video now. So the very first question is from verbal ability and I have taken the actual screenshot so that you don't have any kind of doubt that whether these questions are actual or not. So all the screenshots are actual here. Okay. All right. Let me start to read and then we will solve the questions. Just a minute. Okay, let me take the pen. Okay, so the question is, this is a multiple choice question, right? Identify the incorrect part of the sentence. And the sentence is, neither of the answers were correct. Okay, so this is our sentence. So here we can see that here we are using neither. And neither is a singular subject, right? No matter how many subjects it is referring for, but it would always take the singular form of verb because neither is considered always as singular subject. So how you can take the plural form of verb, right? So it should be was correct. Neither of the answers were correct. Suppose there are 5 answers, right? And we are telling that neither of them is correct or was correct, right? So out of them, we are talking about one. Okay. So neither of the answers was correct will be the correct answer. So here the mistake is here. Were will be the correct answer for that. And what will be the correct answer for this? Neither of the answers was correct because out of many answers, we are talking about a particular answer, right? Okay, moving next. The question is arrange the sentence to tell a cohesive story. So there are 4 sentences and we have to arrange them in such a order that it will become a cohesive story. Okay. So whenever we have to make a cohesive story, always look for the character of the story or the hero or the heroine of the story, right? The main character or the main setting of the story. So here if we see that in statement 1, determined Emily found shelter. So no any introduction kind of, or here we are not introducing someone, right? It is something a middle kind of sentence, so it cannot be the beginning of the sentence. Okay, certainly. So it is something, a conflict is arising, so it cannot be the first statement. On a sunny morning, Emily set out for a solo hike in the mountains. So it is something that is introducing a character and setting a story, right? This statement is introducing a character as well as setting a story, that Emily is the main character of this story and what she is doing, she is on the hike on the mountains, right? So C will be the first statement, right? After that, we have to we in the continuation of this. So we have introduced our main character and we have introduced our settings. Now we will see that what Emily is doing there on hike, right? So she marveled at the breathtaking scenery and snapped photos along the trail. So in the continuation of this, we have introduced our character. Then what our character is doing, right? What are the actions performed by Emily? So D will be the second answer, right? Then in the continuation of this, after the character, after the actions, what has happened is suddenly a conflict arises, and what happened is the weather has the weather has changed. Suddenly a storm has come and the weather has changed. As you can see here, suddenly dark clouds gathered and thunder echoed through the valleys. So there is a conflict arised, and B will be the next statement. Then after that, in resolution of this, what Emily have done, that is referred in this A statement. Determined, Emily found shelter under a sturdy overhang until the storm passed. So A, right? C, D, B, A. First of all, we have introduced our main character of the story and all the settings of the story. Then what our character is doing in the story, then the conflict is arised, right? And what was the conflict? That suddenly the weather has changed, the storm has come and the weather has changed. Then in the resolution of that, what our character did. So C, D, B, A will be the correct answer for this. C, D, B, A. Option number D will be the right one. Okay. Moving next. So the next is again multiple choice question. Identify the correct tense. We dash here since morning. So here in our sentence, we can see that since is here, right? So since is used whenever we are referring to a point of time in the past up to the present, right? There is a continuity in this point, right? Suppose this is the point of time in the past, and we are talking about a time, and we are here, this is present, right? So in the continuity of this, that's why we use since. That's here we use since, right? And it is a perfect example of present perfect continuous tense. So we have to use present perfect continuous tense verb. So it should be have been waiting, because whenever we have to make a sentence in present perfect continuous, so we use have been and ing form of verb, right? Because how I have identified this is since, and why we use since? Whenever we have to denote a particular point of time in the past in the continuation till the present, right? So that's the time when we use since. So have been waiting will be the correct answer for this. So we have been waiting here since morning. I hope it is clear to you. Let's move on to the next question. Now, arrange the following sentence in a meaningful manner. Again, sentence arrangement. And sentence arrangement is one of the most important thing in verbal ability section for your Accenture exam, right? Take a note of it that sentence arrangement is one of the most important thing. Okay. Now, the artist sketched the outline of the landscape on canvas. With delicate brush strokes, the details of the painting came to life. Colors were carefully chosen to evoke the mood of the scene, and the masterpiece was unveiled, capturing the essence of nature's beauty. Okay, so first of all, we have to look for the introduction kind of sentence, right? We have to just begin our sentence or the story, right? So here we can see that the story must begin with the subject, right? First of all, you have to look for the subject or the main character, we can say. So here the main character or the subject is the artist, right? So sentence will begin with A. Okay, the artist sketched the outline of the landscape on canvas. So we have introduced the outline of our story or outline of our paragraph. So here till now the artist has outlined the landscape. After that, what he will do? He will choose the color or he will color to the painting, right? So with delicate brush strokes, the details of the painting come to life. So brush strokes must be after coloring, right? So colors were carefully chosen. So first of all, we have, or we can say the artist had set the outline. So now he will carefully choose the color, and he will choose in that sense that the colors will evoke the mood of the scene. Okay, whatever scene he is painting, So he will evoke the mood of the scene. So he will use the colors. So see, AC. Then how he have used colors, how he have evoked the mood of the scene by using the different kind of brush strokes, right? By using the different kind of brush strokes. So this is the reason of that. So B, ACB, and the next is D. At last, this is the result that our masterpiece was unveiled. Unveiled means keep in front of your eyes, right? Capturing the essence of nature's beauty. So the painting is done, and now the artist has presented the painting in front of you. So ACBD will be the correct answer for this question. So option number B will be the right one. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so again, identify the incorrect part of the sentence. Okay, so this is our sentence. Neither the director nor the actors was aware of the changes in the script until it was too late. Okay, so here the rule comes from subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement. Pardon to my handwriting. Okay, because on this like on this tablet pad the writing is not good. Okay, anyways, so here the rule comes from subject verb agreement. Whenever we have to use neither nor or either or, so the main verb will be used according to the closest subject, right? So here be sorry, not the main verb, the verb will be used. Okay, here the verb is here, right? Was aware of the changes. Okay, and what is the closest subject to the verb? Actors, right? And actors is plural, so we have to use the plural. We have to use the verb according to the plural. So with plural, what type of verb we have to use? Were, right? Neither the director nor the actors were aware, because actors, it is plural, so we have to use the word accordingly. So with plural, we will use the plural form of verb, that means were. Okay, so the correct statement would be neither the director nor the actors were aware of the changes in the script until it was too late, right? So the incorrect part is there. Okay, was aware. So this will be the right one. Okay, moving next. Which option correctly completes the sentence? I enjoy space books. Read, reading, to read, or reads. See, in English ability or verbal ability, there are some verbs that are used as gerund. What is gerund? Verb plus ing, right? Verb plus ing, and reading is one of that verb, that kind of verb that is used as gerund, right? So, which option correctly completes the sentence? I enjoy reading books. So, reading books. Reading will be the correct answer here, right? What I'm saying is gerund, right? Verb plus ing. So, reading is a kind of verb that is used as gerund. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Arrange the following four sentences to form a coherent paragraph. Okay. People lived so that he can be grateful for his wealth. A rich man decided to take his son to the country. The third is they spent 2 days on the farm of a very poor family. He wanted to show his son how poor. Okay. So to make a coherent paragraph, first of all, we have to set the settings, right? So there must be, by reading these statements, so I'm getting that there is a man who want that his son should appreciate what life he has got, right? And how poor people live in reality. So there is a condition and there is a purpose of that condition, and as a result there is something, right? This is kind of overview of our question. Okay, so we can start here that because there is a subject, a rich man. Okay, so first of all the idea comes from a rich man minds that okay, a rich man decided to take his son to the country. So first one will come here, right? So this is something, the setting of our paragraph. Now why he decided, what is the purpose of deciding this thing, right? uh, a rich man decided to take his son to the country. He wanted to show his son how poor. Okay, so there is a purpose that the rich man wanted to show his son that how poor family live in actual or in reality, right? So four, then how poor people lived so that he can be grateful for his wealth. Who can be grateful? That son, right? So 1 and then 3. 2, 4, 1, 3, right? The rich man decided to show his son that okay, go with me, come with me, and I will show you that how poor family live in life, so that you will be grateful for your life that you have, right? Because every time we used to complain that I don't have this, I don't have this, but look for others, how people are living, how poor people are living, how they are surviving. So you will be grateful for your life, that whatever you have is really enough, right? Is really satisfying. Okay. So 2413 will be the answer, option number 3. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Again, multiple choice question. And the question is from vocabulary. Vocabulary is again a very important part, because 2 or 3 questions will be from antonym and synonym, right? And last year I gave the cheat sheets for vocabulary as well. This time also I will give you, don't worry. Antonym of late, so it is quite easy only. So late, quick, right? Antonym for this is quick or early, we can say. So early will be the correct answer for this question. It was too easy. Let's move on to the next one. Identify the gerund in the following sentence. So I told you that gerund is verb plus ing. So here, reading, and we discussed about the reading only, right? So reading will be the gerund of this sentence. Okay. Moving next, synonym of fast. Fast, that means quick, right? That means quick. Sorry, here I said first quick, right? So it was by mistake. Okay. Antonym of late is early, right? So like quick is also okay, but not in that 100% sense, right? Here, synonym of fast will be good. It is okay. All right. Then moving next. Okay, so before moving next, I want to show you something. Uh, as I have shown you the results of the Accenture from our channel last year in this particular video, right? And you can check my Instagram highlights as well, and go onto my Instagram, Techie CodeBuddy again. Go into the highlight section, the story highlights, and you will see that how many people have placed in different companies, including Accenture, right? And along with your practice problems, along with these videos, if you will solve the previous year papers now, they will definitely help you, because for cracking any type of exam, you have to understand what type of question they are asking, and until and unless you are not solving the previous year questions, although in free videos also we are solving the previous year questions only, but for practice more and more, right? If you want to practice from past 5 years papers, so you can avail these past 5 years paper till 18th of July. The price is 100 rupees only, and after 18th of July it will increase by 10 or 20 rupees according to the scenario. Okay. In that, from 2020 till 2025 you will get all the previous year questions, right? As I'm showing here, right? In this way only you will be having. And every year I used to update this folder, right? I used to update this folder in this updated content without any extra charge. So if you want to avail this material, you have to ping me on Instagram. The link is given in the description of the video. And then you have to make the payment, send me the screenshot, and this is how you can avail these past 5 years paper, right? Okay. Moving back. Uh, okay, all right. So we have to fill the article here. She is dishonest person. Okay, so the rule is simple only, that before a consonant sound, not before a consonant, before a consonant sound, you have to use a, right? Consonant and a consonant sound both are different. Vowel and vowel sound both are different, right? U is a vowel, right? But how university, right? Before university, what you will apply? A or N? A university. Why? Because the sound is U, YU, right? And Y is consonant. So articles you have to, right? You have to use your sense that what type of sound it is producing, right? Whether it is a verbal sound or this is a consonant sound. So she is a dishonest person. The rule is simple. Before consonant sound, you have to use okay. The next is find the antonym for appear. Appear means in front of your eyes, right? Appear means prakat hona, right? So antonym, that means gayab ho jana, vanish, right? So vanish, okay. Invisible, vanish, will be the antonym for that. Okay, next. The question is, which word is the opposite of beautiful? Antonym and opposite both are same. Okay, beautiful. So beautiful, ugly. Okay, and these all are the synonym of beautiful. Okay, the next is antonym of clean. So clean, that means dirt, right? Dirty is the antonym. Clean, clear, neat. These are the synonym, right? Spotless, this is the synonym. Pure, synonym. Neat, synonym. Dirty is the antonym. This is too easy. In this slot, this is too easy, but not every time you will get the easy questions from vocabulary, right? So you have to prepare really hard and well. Okay, antonym of rich. We all know that poor is the antonym of rich. I know that these vocabulary questions are really very easy, and you can comment also. I know that I will get the comment, but it's not my mistake. It is something that have asked in the previous year questions and slots, right? Okay. The next is correct the statement. The professor asked the students to not submit their assignment late, right? See, there is a rule of verb pattern, right? So whenever there is a verb, tell, ask, or advise, right? Whenever there is a verb, these are the verb here, and then someone plus these are the like followed by not to or something, a negative statement. So you have to remove this two, and you have to use in that way. The professor asks the student not to submit. You have to remove this two and you have to put it here, not to. Okay, whenever tell, ask, or advise, right? These are the verb that are followed by this to not. Okay, so you have to cut this to and place it here, and this is how you can make your sentence correct. Okay, so the statement would be not to submit, option number D. I hope it is clear to you. Let's move on to the next question. I know that the video is quite long, but see, if I'm putting my efforts and you are watching the video, it should be definitely helpful for you, right? My my purpose is not just for getting views, right? My purpose is I want results from you. If I'm putting efforts, I want you have to show me the results, right? Okay, the next is identify the incorrect part of the sentence. One of my friends are going to Paris next week. Okay, so here one of my friends, again, suppose I have many friends. I have many friends. Now I'm referring to one of them, right? So I'm talking about the single one, singular one, right? Singular subject I'm talking about. So how I can use the plural form of verb with that, right? So it should be one of my friends is going, because I'm talking about someone, a particular one among the heap of many friends, right? So is will be the correct here, and are going is the mistake here. So I hope it is clear to you. Let's move on to the next question. This next question is again you have to arrange in coherent paragraph, and it is your homework question from verbal ability. Okay, you have to give me the answer in the comment section, and for checking the right answer you have to check the pinned comment. Let's move on to the next question. Now we will solve the questions from logical reasoning and abstract reasoning. Okay, both are mixed. Okay, so the following question begins with a statement and is followed by some conclusions. You must decide which of the following conclusion follows the statement. So, see, whenever you have to solve statement and conclusion, always remember that whatever knowledge you have previously, just forget about everything. Whatever is mentioned in the statement, you have to understand, or you have to keep in mind that whatever is written in the statement is true, is fact, and only this line you have to consider in your mind. Apart from this, your prior knowledge is waste while solving this type of question. Okay. Now, the statement is saying fashion is a form of ugliness so intolerable that we have to alter it every 6 months. Okay, this is our statement, and according to the statement, uh, it can be inferred that people don't like same kind of dressing sense for so long, right? It is something, it is some kind of word, or the people are craving for the changes, right, time to time, right? Now, the conclusions are: number one, fashion designers do not understand the public mind very well. See, if we understand this conclusion and try to infer the meaning from that, so here we are blaming the fashion designers, that they are not understanding the public mind. And in our statement, nowhere there is no any kind of statement, or there is no any kind of talk that is talking about the fashion designer. Our statement is not saying anything about fashion designers. So fashion designers idea is totally different, is totally unrelatable to our context, right? So conclusion one is not relatable here in the context of our statement. It is not following. Come on to the question two, sorry, conclusion two. The public by and large is highly susceptible to novelty. Okay, yes, this is inferring the actual meaning that why we people change our dressing sense every time, or even like after 6 months or 5 months, right? Because we used to crave for the changes. We used to, we are not stucking on some point, right? We want changes frequently, right? So this is something a public demand and a public choice, and we every time we want novelty. Okay, so the statement two is clearly inferring the same meaning of the statement one. So that's why only conclusion two is follows, option number B, right? I hope it is clear to you. So moving next. Okay, so the instructions are that there is a statement, follow, there is a statement, and there are some arguments. You have to tell that how many arguments are weak and what are the arguments are strong. Okay, and according to the options, we have to identify the strong argument. The statement is: should all alcoholic beverages and cigarettes be banned in India? Okay. Arguments are: sure, drugging away millions of rupees is wrong. Argument two is: no, it will result in the layoff of thousands of people in the liquor business. And the third is: no, the government would lose a lot of money since it will not be able to collect taxes on these things. See, by reading the statement, 90 to 95% of people, or the majority of the votes, will be saying yes, it should be banned. But it is just based on our emotions, right? There's no any logical structure, right? If we see this argument statement one, okay, argument one, that sure, drugging away millions of rupees is wrong. So this argument is okay, but it's not strong. This is a weak argument because there is no any reason here that is logically followed. This argument is totally based on our moral values. It's totally emotional. There is no any logical structure or reasonable reason to prove the statement, right? So this is not a strong argument. This is okay, but this is not a strong argument because there is no any supportive statement, or there is no any supportive reason, reasonable reason to prove, right? Okay. The next is: no, it will result in the layoff of thousands of people in the liquor business. Yes, this argument is strong because it is realistic, it is practical, and it is supporting. It is telling us the clear reason that why it should not be banned, because there will be layoff of thousands of people. Unemployment will be there if we ban all these liquor business and cigarette business, right? Again, the third is again, uh, if it will be banned, so the government will lose a lot of money because from these liquor business and cigarette, etc. uh, our government is earning a lot of money, right? So these two arguments are strong because they have valid reasons to prove or to support the arguments, right? So that's why two and three arguments are strong. So option number D will be the correct. Let's move on to the next question. So uh, in the reference of this, I would say that just because of some emotional values or some moral values, an argument cannot be strong, right? It should have a logical structure to prove why it is strong, right? There is some reasonable reason, there is some reasoning, not just your dil ki baatein or moral values and emotional thoughts, right? Okay, moving on to the next. So, eight individuals F, G, K, L, N, R, S, and T board a train sequentially. Okay, so eight individuals are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, with only one person boarding at each stop. So, on each stop, one person will be boarded. Okay. Then the sequence of boarding is determined by the following conditions. Four individuals board the train before F. So before F, that means the position of F is fifth, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So F will be here. Okay. Now we are done with this. There are exactly two stops between R and F. So R and F, between R and F. So R can be here, two stops, right? So 1, 2. So R can be here, right? R can be here, or R can be here, right? So I'm just making a rough diagram this time. So R can be here or R can be here. Okay. N boards the train before G. Okay. So till now we don't have G. So we will leave this statement. There are precisely five stops between S and T. Again, we don't have S and T positioned yet, so I will leave it as it is. G boards the train one stop before F. So F is here, one stop before G boards the train. That means G will come here, right? Then T boards the, and I am done with this. T boards the train immediately after L, but before R. T boards the train immediately after L but before R. Okay, so we haven't positioned R yet. Okay, for sure wala position. And then here again some people are left here. So if I put, I'm just guessing the sequence, right? So there are precisely five stops between S and T. So five stops I have to maintain between S and T. So if I put S here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So T must be here, right? And according to this, T boards the train immediately after L but before R. Before R, after L. So I can put here, right? It is absolutely right. Now, four individuals board the train before F. Okay. There are exactly two stops between R and F. So I will not put R here. Okay. Because I'm satisfying the condition, so I will take it as it is. Then N boards the train before G. N boards the train before G. So N will come here or here, right? This is not yet decided that at which place, but before G. Okay, so it can come here or it can come here. And what is left? K is left also. So if N is come here, so K will come here, right? And if K is come here, so N is come here. So I'm taking as like N, K and N. Now, who gets on the train just before K? Okay, so if I consider K here, just a minute, I'm getting a call. Okay, so where we were? So N and K position is not decided yet, right? So if N is here, so K will here. If K is here, so N will here. It is not decided yet. But what it is asking for, who gets on the train just before K, right? So the options are R, S, it is G and F. Okay. So just before K, if I consider K is here, so just before K is S. Okay. But if I consider K is here, so just before K is N, but N is not in the option. So K is here and N is here, right? It is not in the option. Okay. So S will be the answer. Now you can say like, ma'am, there can be options change. So option change. So answer will also be changed now. Okay. Whether the, if it is not sorted like as you are considering, I know that you get the doubt. Okay. So the options will be like either of this or this, right? Or no any, or the data is incomplete, and like that, right? So if the options are fixed, you have to change your conditions, and then you can find the answer. I hope it is now clear. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. 6 boxes PQRSTU are kept in a way that one is kept on the other. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Only 2 boxes are kept under box Q. So only 2 boxes are kept under Q. So Q must be here, right? Box P is kept below R but above Q. So box P is kept below R but above Q. So above Q but below R. So above. Okay, just wait for this. Box T is not kept on the lowest. So box T will not come here. Okay. Box S is 3 places away from box U. Okay, so we haven't put U yet. Box S is kept on second from the top. Okay, so we get it from like S is kept on the second from the top. 1, 2. So S is here. Now let's come here again. Only 2 boxes are kept under box Q. It is done. Box P is kept below R but above Q. Okay, so box P above Q. So here, and R must be here. Below R and above Q. So P is here. Okay, we are done now. And T cannot come at the lowest, so T must be here. And what is left? We are done with P, Q, R, S, T, U. U. We have left U. Okay, so U will come here. Now, which box is on the top? So R box is on the top is the answer. I hope it is clear to you. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is again a very easy question, and it is from seating arrangement, right? And seating arrangement is really very important topic for your Accenture exam as well as for Infosys. Okay. 6 friends B, C, D, E, F, and G are sitting at a circular table. So circular table, either you make like this or you make like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Oh, this should be like this. Okay. Or let me make it again. My drawing is really not good, and yeah, now it is okay. These are the 6%. If you join them like so, it will become a circle, not a problem. Okay, so V is third to the right of C. So first I will set the Cth position. So C, B is third to the right of C. So right of C, that means this side, right? See, I am making the video, so it would be your left, but my right, right? So this side, okay? This side is right. So B is third to the right of C. 1, 2, 3. So B must be here, right? E is opposite to D and left adjacent to V. And see, if by default their position are not telling by the question that they are facing in the center or they are facing the outside, by default you have to consider that they are facing in the center. Okay, so they are facing like this, okay. Now E is opposite to T and left adjacent to V. So V is facing there, right? So V's right will be this side and left will be this side. So E is opposite to D and left adjacent to V. So E position is here and E is opposite to D. So D will come here, right? G is between D and B. So D, E and B. So G must be here. And who sits between E and F? Sorry, C and E. So F is left only. So F will be the answer. Option number B, F will be the answer, right? I hope it is clear to you. This question you have to do in homework from reasoning part. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the next question is again from statement and conclusion. The statement is modern man influences his destiny by the choices he makes, unlike in the past. So the statement is clearly saying that today's man is making his destiny or influences his destiny by his choices. But in the past, this was not happened. Maybe because of lack of opportunities or different mindset of something. But this is something that in past the scenario was different. They were not influencing their destiny with their choices, but now today's man is influencing their destiny by their choices, right? The conclusions are, the first is earlier there were fewer options available to men, right? Earlier there were fewer options available to men. And the second conclusion is there was no desire in the past to influence destiny. See, the conclusion one is following that, uh, just a minute, in past, if we infer the meaning of the statement that today's men is influencing their destiny by making their choices, but in the past the scenario was different. So maybe the scenario was different due to their different mindset or due to lack of opportunities, right? So conclusion one is definitely following the same thing, but the conclusion two is saying that there was no desire, because we haven't talked about the desire of the previous people, right, or the past people, right? So statement one is only following. So conclusion one is followed, will be the correct one. The next question is from again statement and conclusion, and it is based on the syllogism, right? So statement is no vegetable is sweet. So this is vegetable, and no any vegetable is sweet, right? No any vegetable is sweet. The next is some sweet things are tasty. So these are the sweet things. So some sweet things are tasty, right? So tasty. So, these sweet things are tasty. Okay. The conclusions are, the first conclusion is some tasty things are not vegetables. So yes, these tasty things are not vegetables because these are the sweet as well, and no sweet is vegetable. So yes, this is following that some sweet things are there that are not vegetable. It is following. The second is all sweet things are not vegetables. Yes, all sweet things are not vegetables because here it is clearly mentioned that no vegetable is sweet. And we are saying that all sweet things are not vegetables. Yes, these are the sweet things that are not vegetables. So yes, it is also correct. So both the conclusions are following. Option number 4 will be the correct one. I hope it is clear to you. So we are just about to wrap up. Just 2 or 3 questions are left. Okay. Now the question is, P's mother is Q's daughter. Okay, so this is X daughter. P's mother is X daughter. So X daughter. Okay, X daughter. P's mother. P's mother is X daughter. Okay, so this is P. P's mother is X daughter. So that means she must be female, right? And P's mother's husband is H. So P's mother's husband is H. That means H is the father of P. Simple. How is H related to X? Right. So if like this is the mother, so this must be the father, and because X is the mother of this, right? So who would this? This will be son-in-law, right? Because the relation is asking for that H, how H is related to X. So X is the H is son-in-law of X. Okay. The next question is, if X is facing west. Okay, so this is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. So if X is facing west, so X is facing west and turns 360 degree. 360 degree, that means complete rotation. That means in the same direction itself, right? Then in which direction is now X facing? Again in the same direction, west. It is a simple logic. See, if it is seeing here or looking there in the west, right? So one rotation, so the direction is here. Then again one rotation, right? Semi-rotation, I can say the direction is there. Then there, and then there. So a complete rotation, 360, a complete rotation. So the direction will be in the same, west. Let's move on to the next question. So Radha walks for 5 kilometers towards east, then takes a right turn. Okay, so towards east, 5 kilometers. So from here it started 5 kilometers towards east, then takes a right turn. So right turn, that means there, and walks 2 kilometers. Again takes a right turn. So from there right turn would be here, and then 4 kilometers. And in last, she takes left turn and walks for 500, left turn, 500 meter. So how much distance she covered? 5 to 7 plus 4 is 11, 11.5 kilometer. 11.5 kilometers. So simple, right? Okay, let's move on to the last question for today. Chavi is the mother of Sarah. So Chavi is the mother of Sarah. Sarah has a brother Karthik. Sarah has the brother Karthik. Brother, that means male, right? He is the son of Himang. Who? Karthik is the son of Himang. That means Himang is the father, and they are siblings each other. So they must be a married couple, C and H, right? So Himang is the brother of Shivam. That means Shivam is the brother of Himang. How is Shivam related to Chavi? So, okay. So Chavi's husband is Shivam's brother. That means brother-in-law. Shivam is the brother-in-law of Chavi, right? Brother-in-law will be the correct answer. And on that, we are done with 30 questions. And I have gave you 2 questions in your homework. You have to comment down. I will check and I will pin the comment with the answer. Okay. If you want previous year papers, what you have to do, you have to DM me on Instagram, and then you can contact me for previous year papers. So yeah, that's all for today from my side. We will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.